A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant ruling that has sparked heated debate, a federal judge has granted Iowa officials the authority to continue challenging the validity of hundreds of ballots cast by potential non-citizens. This decision comes just days before the highly anticipated Election Day, raising concerns over the voting rights of recently naturalized U.S. citizens. The ruling by U.S. District Judge Stephen Locker, appointed by President Biden, allows the state to investigate over 2,000 names on voter rolls that local elections officials suspect may belong to non-citizens. The case was brought forth by the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, on behalf of a Latino group in Iowa and 4 recently naturalized citizens whose voting rights are now under scrutiny. Iowa's Republican Secretary of State, Paul Pate, has been vocal about the need to ensure election integrity, arguing that the removal of these names is essential to prevent illegal voting. Pate stated during a press conference that officials have lingering questions about the eligibility of these voters and emphasized the obligation to confirm their citizenship status. That is why none of them have been taken off the voter rolls, he explained. He further noted that provisional ballots would be used to allow voters to confirm their citizenship status at the polls. Critics of this initiative, however, argue that it could disenfranchise legitimate voters, particularly those who have recently become citizens. The ACLU contends that the state's actions threaten the rights of these individuals, who have already faced significant hurdles in their journey to citizenship. Judge Locker acknowledged these concerns but ultimately sided with the state, stating that a small percentage of the 2,176 registered voters in question are indeed non-citizens. He expressed that granting an injunction to halt the challenges would effectively force local election officials to allow ineligible voters to participate in the election. This ruling follows a recent U.S. Supreme Court decision that permitted Virginia to purge approximately 1,600 individuals from its voter rolls, which Judge Locker referenced in his ruling. Despite allowing the challenges to proceed, he voiced apprehension regarding some of the directives outlined in Pate's letter to local officials, particularly those that require challenges even when local officials do not suspect a voter's ineligibility. The judge also highlighted the requirement for voters on the list to file provisional ballots, even if they can prove their citizenship at the polling place. As Election Day approaches, the political landscape in Iowa is becoming increasingly contentious. A recent poll has shown Vice President Kamala Harris leading in Iowa, a state traditionally viewed as a Republican stronghold. The Trump campaign quickly disputed these findings, asserting that alternative polls, such as those conducted by Emerson College, provide a more accurate reflection of the electorate. The implications of this ruling extend beyond Iowa, as similar efforts to challenge voter eligibility are being observed in other Republican-led states across the country. The issue of non-citizen voting has gained traction as a talking point within the Republican Party, despite evidence suggesting that such occurrences are exceedingly rare. With the stakes high and the election just around the corner, the debate over voting rights and election integrity is set to intensify. In response to the ruling, Pate declared it a victory for Iowa's election integrity, emphasizing the need to balance the rights of eligible voters with the imperative to prevent ineligible individuals from participating in elections. As the situation unfolds, the ACLU has yet to issue a formal response, but the organization is likely to continue advocating for the rights of those affected by this ruling. As we move closer to Election Day, the eyes of the nation will be on Iowa, where the intersection of voting rights, election integrity, and political strategy is playing out in real time. The outcome of this legal battle could have lasting effects on how elections are conducted in the state and potentially set a precedent for similar challenges across the country. With both sides digging in, the coming days promise to be critical for the future of voting rights in Iowa and beyond. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.